Hey, what's up? I'm Hype C. I play games, make games, and everything between. We're at the Natural History Museum in New York City, and we're gonna go inside, check out some animal exhibits, and recreate them in HypeHype. HypeHype is a new game app that's kind of like TikTok, where you can play games, make games, even recreate existing games super easy. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, as I use HypeHype every day to make all kinds of cool games and not games. There's so much cool things you can make. Anything you want. You can build something, you can draw something, you can make like a play landscape, and in the future you can turn that into a game. Today I would come to the American National History Museum, sit down, draw what I see, learn core fundamentals. The first thing that I saw was these gazelles, a great place to start. Starting out, I just grabbed a simple blank scene with the blue square, go into the assets, search visuals for animals, and then I scrolled, found the gazelle, selected it, and now it's in the scene. Below the gazelle there are 3 buttons. The one all the way to the left is for the scale, the middle is rotation, and the one on the right is for movement. These will change the XYZ coordinates that you see that are blue, green, and red. Now I'm just moving things around, and again, not making a game, so there's a lot less stress. And I can just copy these gazelles and try to format them correctly, recreating what I see in front of me. You can just touch the green, red, or blue and move it up or down or left or right, and it will cause them to rotate if the rotation is selected. Next, I just go to the world, select the default image is a little bit more brown, so I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the default and then go into the settings and adjust these accordingly so that we can try to get a similar look and feel, a little bit darker, change the sky a little bit. And yeah, that's close. It doesn't have to be perfect. Something that's also fun and easy to do is to just change the size of these gazelles. One of them is clearly the alpha and the others are maybe the family members. Easy to just recreate this into HypeHype and select the different gazelles and adjust their sizes. Now I can adjust the sizes automatically by selecting the blue, green, red squares and moving it up or down, but I like to be very specific in these scenarios, so I just enter in the number below where it says X, Y, Z. X is left and right, Y is up and down, and Z is forward and backwards. This is usually determined by where the camera is, but those are the general consensus for X, Y, Z. The next thing is to get some grass. Now there's a lot of assets to choose from in HypeHype. Take your time, look around, and all these assets you can change so many different things about them. The material, the way that lighting hits them, the diffuse, ambient. My big thing is I just try to play around. I look at all this as playing a game, you know. I'm not necessarily making a game, I'm kind of just playing around with the app, creating things. Here we got the grass tile map. This is one of the first times I've actually used tile maps. It's super fun because there's paint, erase, and then you can move everything around. Getting myself more familiar with everything within HypeHype and having fun doing it without the stress of trying to figure out how to make it a game, which is something I'm totally going to do later. And I was thinking like maybe a fly and have the fly around the scene. Let me know your comments below what you think I could do to make this a game. I would love to hear it. If I like it, we can talk about it later. Adjusting the scenes, adjusting the colors, trying to get the look and feel to mimic what I see in front of me. Next we got logs. Again, this log is playful orange. We're gonna just change it brown, adjusting the scale of this. Whoa, a little too big, a little too small, and that's just about right. Moving around the screen using my fingers. Great exercise in understanding how to move around, and I always love moving around in 3D. We can preview it, making sure everything looks good, and I want to center this a little bit more and then set the thumbnail for it. And we got a little bit more grass and just kind of just place the grass randomly around the scene. make sure it doesn't look too structured. That's something we definitely don't want. Okay, take a screenshot, name it, save it. It's always important to save. HypeHype is still in early access, so there are bugs. Things do get stuck and sometimes you have to restart the app. HypeHype seems pretty good at being able to save what you're working on. That being said, I have save trust issues, so save it whenever you can. All right, let's add a little bit more logs to the scene. Change the size so they don't look like copies of each other. Making copies of objects or animals, super easy. You just press down that copy button and then you have a copy. Gotta love it. Yeah, looking for more visuals. Rocks are a great thing to add. Just gives it more of a nature look, and here we can see I'm scaling it differently than I've been doing it before. This is, just trying it out. I am still new to HypeHype. I am still trying to figure out what I like to do best, and making this scene no stress and just trying to make things look cool. Place this rock over here, that one over there, and there's a few rocks in the actual image that we're looking at, but this is where you allow your creative freedom to just do as you wish. See some bones near the gazelle, so let me just go ahead and add some. These bones are definitely way too white, but we will change that a little bit. Let's make them smaller, change the angle around. Okay, looking good. Adding more objects of different variety gives it more of a nature look. When there's just a flat grassland and two logs and a rock, it kind of make it a little bit fake. The gazelles have one animation. There's other animations that I could use, but it seems like this one's the best one for it right now. With HypeHype, there are other hypes and games out there that are great source material, great examples. So be sure to play games. Be sure to explore inside HypeHype and not just what you're working on. There's a lot of opportunities, and if you see something you like, be sure to like the hype, and then you'll be able to follow it and check it out later. Here's an example of just a skeleton chilling with the robot. Beautiful desert scene, but what I like about this is the moon or the sun. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and copy and take that. Now what you do is you select the object and you press and hold for a couple seconds. It'll say object copy, then it will be copied, and you'll notice on the middle right hand side you'll see it's a paste somewhere, and you can go back to the scene you were working on. I thought the moon was going to be a little bit shinier, but let's just put it in the back and see how that looks. Oh, that looks pretty good. I will edit the shine of it later, so let me just move things around, scale it a little bit. There we go. Now that is looking much cooler. So let's add some trees. These colors don't fit the scene, but you can just select the color balls and select the new colors. Some new colors that work a lot better. There we go. That looks good. Okay, maybe let's try bush. Super green. Let's just make it a little bit darker. Okay, and move it back over here. Yeah, so just add it to the background. These bushes kind of remind me of donuts, but whatever. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, yeah, see, adding things to the scene makes this dude a little bit bigger. And the undo button is great. I use this undo button all the time, and I recommend you to use it as well. Remember, there is no right or wrong, so just play around. If you think it looks good, great. If you don't, keep changing it, but don't spend too long. I know that is something I tend to do a little bit too much, but it's a great place to learn that I'm spending too much time trying to get everything perfect, because perfection doesn't exist. My goal is making things a little bit better bit by bit. Perfection is not a goal. It stops you from making small incremental changes to improve. Okay, looking good, looking good. And again, moving around in 3D, using 2 fingers, 1 finger, it's just really fun to play with and navigate within HypeHype. Here's a saving again. And remember, I am HypeC on HypeHype. Be sure to follow me. If you like this kind of content on YouTube, let me know in the comments below. I try to respond to all my comments. Let's go back to the robot and the skeleton. Now this sun is glowing in a cool way. I want my sun to glow in a cool way, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here and take screenshots of the settings this crystal object is, and then just try to copy that in the scene I'm working on. Let's add a new object, make everything super white. Cool. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That definitely looks better. Not exactly the same, but yeah, move a little bit further back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we can see it through the fog. I like that. Now let's just add some more of these random blades of grass and then change the size and rotation just to add randomness to the world. There we go. Nice. Okay, check out the gameplay. Looking good. I kind of wish that they weren't all bouncing at the same time, but we'll figure out how to change that in the future. Today we're just drawing and making cool stuff. No stress. Alright, add some more of these bushes. This tile map is really fun. There's a lot of different tile maps you can use, and I think some of them you can even go three-dimensional. Here we're just messing with the lead and changing some of these rotations. Let's get this moon a little bit closer so we can see it. I do think all the items have a white outline on it that helps you see it. Don't get confused at that. It's actually part of the scene, and it's a little confusing when the object itself is white. So let's add some clouds in the sky. Yes, this is cool. I just feel like I'm creating nature itself here. So these are too thick, so let's make it skinny. Yeah, those skinny clouds. That's what I like. A little bit right. There we go. And yeah, always good to move around the scene. We are in 3D. You want to look at everything from all different perspectives just to make sure that the feel is right. And how do you tell about the feel? You just guess. Go with it. There is no right or wrong. It's all just like a gut feeling, and you learn from that gut. Sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's right. Now it looks good, and I think we are done. So let me save it and complete. Nice to take a break from making games and just make cool random scenes with HypeHype. And if I want to, I can go back in later and turn those into some kind of game. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. What are you working on? Leave comments below. And until next time, stay safe out there and peace.